What's up, guys, and welcome to episode 3 of the J and C show. My name is Creeps, his name is Jobber, and today we're going to be talking about the King of the Ring 2019.
We've got 8 superstars from Monday Night Raw and 8 superstars from SmackDown Live. Some of the best.
Indeed we do.
Some of the best that SmackDown and Raw have to offer, I feel, personally.
Definitely.
Some better than others, you know. There's someone there that I think, why are they on there? But we'll get into that later. But we'll start with Raw, because tonight on Raw, we have 2 King of the Ring matches. We have Cedric Alexander taking on Sami Zayn, and we have Cesaro taking on Samoa Joe. So which one do you want to talk about first?
Let's talk about Cesaro versus Samoa Joe.
Alrighty, we'll start with Cesaro and Samoa Joe. So where do we go? Who do we pick?
Personally, I think Cesaro, in my opinion, needs to be used more. But then again, so does Joe. I mean, Joe's just come off that feud / whatever it was with Roman Reigns.
Whatever that was.
Which is still happening, really, because they haven't found the culprit. It's going to be apparently revealed on Tuesday by Bryan and Rowan, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, I honestly, if I was booking this, I think I'd give it to Cesaro. Like, I want Cesaro to win.
I'm with you on that one. I also have Cesaro advancing to is it the semi? Is it semifinals or mid-finals?
It's the quarterfinals.
Okay, so I have Cesaro going to the quarterfinals because yes, Joe is kind of still involved with this Roman Reigns thing, and people have always said, "Oh, Cesaro, King of Swing, King of the Ring, could work." I think Cesaro was in the last tournament in 2015, but I can't fully remember if he was or not. I just remember Wade Barrett won that one.
Yeah, so I guess we both have Cesaro going to the quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals. I said quad-finals, didn't I?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so tonight we also have, on top of Cesaro and Joe, is Cedric and Sami Zayn. It's kind of a tough one, eh?
I think I'd give this one to Cedric. I don't know. I think it'll add to Sami Zayn's hatred for everyone and everything, and it'll also push Cedric as a rising star, which is what they're going for right now.
They definitely do seem to be building Cedric a lot more. He's been in that feud with McIntyre, who is also in this tournament, but we'll talk about him later.
Yeah, that actually ties into my my semi-finals match that I've got written down.
Semi-final match, okay. Well, for this one, I actually have Sami, because even though they're building Cedric, I'm not the biggest Cedric fan, so that's why I have Sami. I feel Sami could use this a bit, because every match Sami Zayn is in, lost. Just give the man a win.
I mean, I will say, compared to previous King of the Ring years and stuff, there's about only 1 or 2 people in this that I can't see winning. But like in previous years, there's only been like 1 or 2 you saw winning. But this year, it's like everyone can win.
I mean,
1 or 2.
The perfect example last year, I wanted Neville to win. He was my pick against Barrett. I wanted Neville
2015.
2015, yeah.
But then who would know that? Who would know back then that he would later become the king of the cruiserweights?
Exactly. Like, I could have tied in King of the Ring, King of the Cruiserweights. Boom.
I know.
But no, I have Sami for this.
Yeah, I have Cedric.
Okay, let's talk about the other 2 matches that are coming from Raw, which will obviously take place next week. And we'll start with the first one. Baron Corbin and The Miz.
I think to get all that heat on Baron Corbin, I think Corbin will take this. Mainly because The Miz is not in his best run right now. And I think Baron can really Baron's really good at getting the crowd to boo him. He's not just got that heel heat. Like people genuinely despise him, which I think you could carry on to this tournament.
I mean, to be fair, we haven't seen Baron Corbin since Extreme Rules. So, does that kind of kill his momentum a little bit?
No, I think the way to build his momentum up is to have him beat The Miz and have him advance in the tournament.
Okay, well, I have him advancing in this. And the second match, which will take place next week, is Ricochet and Drew McIntyre. Well, that's where you come in.
I've got Drew McIntyre for this, mainly because, yes, Ricochet is good in the ring and stuff, and they are like pushing him sort of, and I can definitely see him being a future world champion. But Drew McIntyre right now is where the money is. I think Drew McIntyre. I think Drew will pick off Ricochet in this match, and then I'll talk about the future matches and stuff in the King of the Ring. But I've got Drew McIntyre for this one.
Okay, so have I. I've got McIntyre just because I don't see them giving it to Ricochet. Yes, it would tie into Ricochet's indie days where he had the crown and stuff, but I don't see them bringing that over to here. So, yeah, that's where I stand with that one. Let's head over to SmackDown, which is tomorrow night. As far as I know from what I saw on Twitter, one of the first matches they have on there is Kevin Owens and Elias. That's what's happening tomorrow on SmackDown.
I think they'll give this to Kevin Owens, definitely.
I think they have to.
Kevin Owens.
I feel they have to give it to Kevin Owens. And plus, he has a huge vendetta against Elias.
Owens is like the hottest thing right now in WWE, apart from like the Fiend. He's probably Kevin Owens is probably second hottest thing apart from the Fiend, being first.
Plus, there's also the whole thing that Elias is, well, at the time of recording this, Elias is still 24/7 champion. So I don't think if he's in this match with Kevin Owens, if Kevin pins him, is the 24/7 title rule suspended for that match?
I imagine it'll probably be suspended.
Unless someone wins it tonight on Raw, like if Truth wins it back or something. So that one's kind of like 24/7 rule, but we don't count that. But I have Owens for this.
Same.
And then the other match that's taking place tomorrow on SmackDown is Andrade and Apollo Crews.
Definitely 100% Andrade. Like the company is big on Andrade. I've heard a lot of officials backstage, including Vince himself, is very pleased with Andrade's work skill and stuff and their work ethic. But I think it's just the right time to give it Andrade the win here. Having beat Apollo Crews. Apollo hasn't been really doing much. He was in a throwaway match at SummerSlam. I don't think that WWE sees him as the top star right now. Maybe in the future sometime if he can build it all up. But right now, Andrade.
I feel Andrade has a huge momentum thing on his side, especially that clean sweep against Rey Mysterio in that 2 out of 3 falls match. Every win against Mysterio just proves that Andrade deserves this guarantee. So that's tomorrow on SmackDown. So then that means next week on SmackDown they're doing the other 2 matches. And we'll talk about this one first because the second one I kind of want to leave until after. We'll talk about Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin, former tag team partners, colliding head to head in this tournament.
It's really weird to see that, like, Shelton Benjamin has sort of not been doing anything apart from looking around and just smiling. But like, I think I've got Chad Gable for this one, mainly because recently I've heard rumors that Chad Gable is going to have a name change soon, and it's going to be Shorty G.
Shorty G? What? Isn't that weird?
It's going to be Shorty G apparently for some fucking reason. So if they give him a name change, then obviously they must be going forward with having him beat Benjamin and stuff. And I don't know if he's going to have a new gimmick or whatever, but like, I'm giving it to Gable for this because I don't think we can see anything in Shelton.
I'm going with Gable as well because I've been watching some of 205 Live, and Gable's now technically part of 205 Live. He's been doing quite well down there. I don't know about this whole name change thing, but he got a new haircut and everything, so I love his new haircut. But yeah, I feel they could give it to Gable for this one.
Definitely.
And now, the other match. Now, tomorrow on SmackDown, Murphy's scheduled to take on Daniel Bryan. which will tie into this obviously Roman Reigns thing. But next week he's scheduled to go one-on-one with Ali.
Buddy Murphy was really pushed to his limits, as was Roman Reigns in their match together. I definitely would give this to Buddy Murphy. Yes, Ali is one of the best high flyers they've got right now in SmackDown, and I'm glad he's out of the 205 Live division, the Cruiserweight division, because he can actually showcase his talent on SmackDown. But this is pretty much Cruiserweight versus Cruiserweight right now. I think it might be the only Cruiserweight versus Cruiserweight match in the King of the Ring, I think.
Yes.
Maybe Cedric versus Sammy, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I definitely have Buddy Murphy for this one. Because they've been pushing Buddy Murphy recently, and I'm kind of glad because he's one of the best they have. So I'm going for Buddy on this one.
I mean, it's good as well. As you said, they broke out at 205 Live. Most people have done that. Murphy did it. Ali's done it. Cedric's done it. Like most people who broke out at 205 Live, they're definitely showcasing themselves on Raw or SmackDown. So depending on where this Roman Reigns things go, I do have Murphy advanced in the tournament. It just depends on where this thing goes with Roman Reigns, that they may give it to Ali.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying Ali's gonna win, but depending on where they go next week, tomorrow, with the Daniel Bryan thing and Roman whole incident situation, they may just give it to Ali. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Okay, so I think it's safe to say we'll end this thing. Give your semi-finals, and then give the finals.
Right. Okay. So obviously, I have McIntyre defeating Cedric, and Kevin Owens defeat Andrade, and have the final be McIntyre versus Kevin Owens.
Okay, and then who wins in the finals?
I think Shane McMahon costs Kevin Owens, leading to Drew McIntyre becoming King of the Ring. King McIntyre. Just sounds perfect. King McIntyre.
Okay, so that would be good. However, my things go a little bit different. The only thing that I agree with you in is that Owens will defeat Murphy if he goes on, and Andrade defeats Gable. So I have Owens going over Andrade, so I have Owens in the finals. On Raw, however, my things are a bit different. I have Cesaro going over McIntyre, because I feel that Cesaro going over McIntyre will push him a bit further. And then with Zayn and Corbin, obviously get the heel heat on him. Corbin goes to the semi-finals, and that leads us to Corbin and Cesaro. And then again, just get the heat back on Corbin, put him into the finals. And then I'm with you again on the finals, where Shane McMahon screws Kevin Owens, and that leads to the biggest heel heat ever, King Corbin. That's what I see it going.
I wouldn't like that.
Just think of the boos that King, I does the thing with Greg Hamilton or someone does like his accomplishments. Just the 2019 King of the Ring, King Corbin. Tell me a better king than King Corbin. You can't.
No, King McIntyre.
No. King Corbin. You need a bullet as a king. Just works. Kurt Angle.
No. Drew McIntyre will be King of the Ring 2019.
I don't know. I have my doubts, but I mean, it's guaranteed that we both have Owens going to the finals for SmackDown. That's on the SmackDown side. Kevin Owens has to make it to the finals. We just have different things for Raw.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, like those are our King of the Ring predictions. They're quite short, you know. It would be, I mean, people have been saying for a while, well, give us a women's, like Queen of the Ring or something. That would be something. But I personally cannot think of a better king than King Corbin, in my opinion. That's just that.
Well, that's your prediction, and that's my prediction. We've got Bryan predicting Baron Corbin, King Corbin.
King Corbin.
I'm predicting Drew McIntyre as King McIntyre.
So I was there. The King of the Ring kicks off tonight on Raw. We also have a US title match between Braun Strowman and AJ Styles. That should be quite fun because people are saying, oh, Braun's going into a feud with Rollins, so the OC might get involved and cost Braun the title, and then Seth will come out or something. I don't know. It's a confusing thing that happened last week. So yeah, is that us? We wrapping this up?
This was definitely a short episode.
Definitely was, yeah, because we were just predicting like who's gonna win the King of the Ring and where we're going with our predictions, and we made it through one episode without any jokes. So that was fun.
I will say though, like, in my opinion, if they were to do like maybe a second tournament, like a Queen of the Ring or something, I'd definitely have Ronda Rousey come back.
Oh god damn! I just said we weren't gonna get through one episode without jokes, and you had to throw in a curveball there. Just do an Evolution 2.0 or something, or whatever that thing is that they're doing, because they are talking about an Evolution 2.0, but just don't have her. Don't. DONT. Don't. We almost made it through one episode. We almost made it through one episode without that joke.
Well, it's not my fault.
Yes, it is. You brought it up.
Thank you so much for everyone who tuned in this week. It really means the world to me and Ryan. We're glad that you actually all like this podcast and this show. It honestly means the world to us. So thank you all for watching episode 3, and we will see you in the next episode. Episode 4.
Bye!